Hello Reformers and welcome to Warsword Conquest Winds of Magic Edition, and well, we're going to be stressing that part of the title, magic. Oh yes, especially with this particular series we're going to be using a lot of it. And we are here with Warsword Fuse Pit. Now this is a guy that I just created, and I did a little bit of editing on his stats, mainly because I wanted us to start off being slightly powerful, not too powerful, but just enough so that we could have much more fun initially. Because obviously then we skip the kind of awkward starting point where we're just running around and kind of not knowing what we're going to be doing. But we kind of know now because I have about 8 points in magic. I haven't given myself too much of anything else with the exception of maybe a little bit of Iron Flesh and some Power Strike here and there, but otherwise you can quite clearly see the stats going on here. And if you want to, you can also, if you want to play along, you can also edit your character to be exactly the same. Anyway, we are going to be following the ways of, now I'm gonna absolutely, try to pronounce this guy's name correctly. Anyway, Tzeentch. Tzeentch? Is that his name? I have no idea, but hopefully it is. And he is obviously the changer of ways and the great conspirator. He is a chaos god, and we will be following his ways. And if we go to my inventory right here, we have Boon of Tzeentch, Blue Fire of Tzeentch, and, well, just generally things of Tzeentch. And you can see here we have Pink Fire, and we also have a Firestorm. Now, the main reason why I'm playing the Lore of Tzeentch is because it has extremely amazing AoE abilities. If you don't know what AoE means, it's area of effect. Basically, it means, well, large radius spells that deal damage to many, many enemies. And we're going to hopefully have a pretty fun time there. I did search for a relatively good weapon, nothing too overpowered, obviously. But this is hopefully going to do quite well for us. And it does fire damage as well, apparently. So that's pretty good. I also bought this shield, and I bought a robe as well. Unfortunately, they don't seem to have too many helms, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. I did also recruit 2 companions for us, so that we are not alone on the road, shall we say. And we're going to go and... we have a Chaos Zealot band. I'm actually going to be fighting those guys in just a second, but I want to... why? Why do you do this to me, game? Okay, well, whatever the case, these Chaos Zealots are surely not going to be that difficult, so we are just going to be charging the enemy straight on here, and we'll see what we can do. Now, bear in mind that because the blade I'm using right now is magically imbued, it does have a small particle effect on it, and I gotta say, that's actually really, really awesome. I like seeing that, and the Chaos... I find it a bit weird that they're using magic, personally. I mean... because they are just so incredibly massive. I mean, their stature is just crazy. Anyway, what we're going to do is get our Boon of Tzeentch up and running, because that is going to give us a little bit extra mana over time. And we're going to use the Blue Fire of... oh no. The shield is in my way in first person, so it seems like I will be unable to use that in first person. Oh dear, well... whatever the case, there we go. There's the Pink Fire. I actually killed my own... yes. I killed my own guy. Was that... that was not meant to be happening, obviously. Oh dear. Well, not entirely sure what I can do now, actually. I guess I can just fight them. Standard sort of, fighting and everything. I wanted to have a little bit more grandeur with this, but oh well, never mind. I guess we're just going to have to do our best here, and we'll see what we can do about that. Yeah, there we go. I'm just thankful that I have a pretty decent sword here. If I didn't, I might have some problems, but I'm hopeful that I might be able to survive up until the time that I have the other AoE ability up and running, because then I think we should be able to eliminate most of these. Bear in mind that the last time that I did a bit of testing with these spells, I killed myself with the AoE because it is just so incredibly strong. So we do want to maybe get a little bit of magic resistance in there as well, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. Alright, very nice. That seems to be working quite well. Yes, don't go first person. Don't go first person. That's a big mistake. Big mistake. Okay, oh, they're actually running away. Oh, okay, well, that's kind of a shame, isn't it? That is kind of a shame, but it's fine. We actually were victorious. Unfortunately, I did kill, as I say, one of my companions, which really did not work out very well, did it? No. But we are going to be taking all of this. There we go. And hopefully I'm now level 5. That was very fast, wasn't it? Yes, extremely fast, but I guess that's how it is. That's how it is. Let's go and recruit one. Yeah, I don't want to steal any cattle, not yet at the very least. One Nurgle Marauder Tribesman. Now, the greatest thing about starting as Chaos is that you're going to get so many different options. And I'm talking about unit variety. The developers of the mod went absolutely crazy with the unit variety. And if I actually just go over here to the Realm of Chaos tab, you will see just how many different units you can get. So, for example, personally, what I want to do is I want to have Tzeentch units as much as possible. I would like to be able to use these guys. The Exalted Flamers of Tzeentch are, in my opinion, really cool. I like the way that they look. I think they look really, really thematic and pretty awesome, actually. And otherwise, you just have the sort of standard Chaos cavalry, infantry, and so on and so forth. And I think these guys are ranged. I think they are ranged somehow, because they have 260 in firearms, so I'm not entirely sure what they do. But otherwise, you have Nurgle, of course. I was actually deciding between Nurgle and Tzeentch, but I thought, hey, you know what? With Slythe, which is our other Warsword Conquest Winds of Magic series, I mainly played a bit of a status effect kind of magic user, and I wanted to do a little bit more direct damage to enemies this time around. And so Nurgle is more to do with healing and more to do with providing ignore pain to your army. And speaking of ignore pain, these plague bearers right here are amazing at survival. If you are wanting to have an army that is going to survive through basically anything, plague bearers are certainly the kind of people you want to employ. Otherwise, we also have Slaaneshi here, and we have Demonettes and Seeker of Slaanesh, and there's all different kinds. It's just crazy. We have Khorne here, of course, Bloodletters, Blood Howlers, and then of course we have the Undivided as well, which we'll go into Undivided Knights, Chosen of Chaos, Undivided Knights, and all that stuff. So it is pretty amazing the amount of work that has gone into the Chaos faction, and while I will be generally, well, generalizing, yes, with my unit selection to begin with, I will hopefully, as time goes on, attempt to, well, get only the kind of units that I want to use, because obviously, from what I know about the gods of chaos, Khorne doesn't really, as far as I'm aware, Khorne does not like magic. Khorne does not like magic at all, and we are obviously using a huge amount of magic, so having Khorne units is really not going to be thematic, and so as a result, we're probably not going to be taking those guys. If I see them, I will recruit them, just so I can kind of cycle them out of the recruiting phase, but for the most part, oh yeah, there's some Tzeentch ones, it's pretty cool, and yeah, anyway. Khorne, we're probably not going to be taking too many of those, although using demons would be pretty fun, actually. So it might, I don't know, they might creep in. They might creep in here and there. I think it would be pretty fun to utilize them a little bit. Anyway, I did level up, didn't I? So it's probably a good idea to actually get something going here. I think I'm actually going to go for 30 intelligence. I kind of said to myself before I started the episode, hey, maybe not a good idea to go for 30 intelligence immediately, but I think it's good to just get that out of the way almost immediately so we can get higher magic, use more magic, and just in general have much more fun with it. And we're going to be increasing my shield skill as well, because I'm going to be relying on that heavily as we go forward into sieges and things like that, because basically what I'm going to do is eventually I'll have two different armor sets, and I won't be using I don't think I'll be using a ranged weapon this time around either, so I'm going to be relying entirely on magic in field battles and entirely on defense in sieges. And hopefully that's going to work out quite nicely. I don't know whether it will, but we're going to see and hope and cross our fingers in all kinds of ways. But anyway, let's see if I can just get a little bit more firearms skill. And there we go. Alright, so what I would like to do with my various units, I don't even know how many I have total. I think I have 24? Yeah, I think I have 24 of those guys. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to fight a couple of these. Now, this is going to be a bit difficult, because I'm not entirely sure how effective we are going to be against Chaos Trolls and things like that, but we are luckily... Oh, yeah. I was going to say, we are luckily really, really fast. And yeah, we are. We are actually extremely fast on the fields of battle and everything. I'm actually kind of surprised that we're getting an error there. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Maybe I need to do a little bit of checking about that, but oh well, whatever the case. I'm going to use Boon. Oh, that actually failed. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Okay, well, I guess I'm just going to try and do as much damage to these hobgoblins as I can. Hobgoblins are a little bit stronger than normal goblins, I would think, but they do seem to be dying pretty easily to us right now, which is good. And hopefully, yep, come on now. This is the chosen blade of Tzeentch, so yes, it is something that we're definitely going to be pretty proud to use. And what I would like to do, actually, is, it seems like it happens every time I bring out my magic, that thing. Okay, a bit weird. Well, whatever the case, let us use... Yes. Yeah, no, Chaos Troll. You will not have this day, or you will. Oh, wow, that was pretty painful. Unfortunately, Chaos Trolls do have the added benefit of basically being able to kill the units that they're attacking. So I'm actually going to retreat real quick here. I know, Warsword Conquest, it's very, very brutal when you first begin. Maybe not as brutal as the World of Ice and Fire, but still pretty brutal. And we're going to just pay for free passage here. It's only 146, it's really nothing. And I'm going to be, yes, back on my feet. My pathfinding is now back up and running as well. And we are going to need to find a medic pretty soon. Now, hopefully those hobgoblin deaths in that particular battle will have added just that little bit of extra experience for our other units. And hopefully that, yes, they have leveled up to the next stage, which is pretty nice. I'd like to get these guys leveled up as quickly as possible. Guess we'll go for some axe throws. I don't exactly know what they're going to go into, but I guess that will be fine. We did level up, so I guess I'll just put another point into this. I'm actually partially thinking that I will be the surgeon here and the medic, because we just have so much intelligence that it might make the most sense. Although tactics is kind of also a thing that I wouldn't mind going for, because that means we will be, well, really good in battles, and that's exactly what we kind of want, isn't it? I might go for some inventory management as well, because eventually, well, pretty soon actually, we're probably going to be going over and doing as much salt trading as we can, because I think we can do salt trading from... It depends. I think we're probably not welcome in Empire territory, considering we are a Chaos, but yeah. Let's see. Maybe Engineer? Persuasion? No. You know what? I'll just do Tactics, why not? I don't think that's going to really harm us that much, and I think it will be okay. There's some Chaos Zealots. I probably should have fought those guys, shouldn't I? Oh well, never mind. I guess I'll try and find some of something. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go around all the villages and I'll try and recruit as many people as I can get my hands on, and then we'll come back here and actually try and take revenge upon the Chaos Trolls. Alright, so we have returned against the Chaos Trolls. I don't exactly know whether this is the same band that we were attacked by before, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to be fighting a lot of Chaos Trolls in our time here, and I did actually recruit a Chaos Troll of my very own. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. Oh yeah, did you see that? Oh yes, that is Tzeentch Firestorm. It is an absolutely amazing ability, and hopefully we will be able to see more of it in the future against armies upon armies upon armies of enemy vassals, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, obviously right now I'm just wanting to survive against the very many Chaos Trolls that are upon us right now. These guys are obviously very, very difficult for basically anyone to kill, so I'm going to get out my blue fire here. I feel like that's probably going to be the best chance that we're going to have. Yep, there we go. There's one dead. Okay. I have a bunch of Chaos Dwarves as well, by the way, because I thought, why not? Let's go and get some Chaos Dwarves too, because we're right next to their territory, and it kind of makes sense thematically, I guess. Oh, Antrax! Antrax actually got some levels right there. Nice. He actually took out a Chaos Troll. Very good. Very nice one. Okay, so hopefully we will get to see him get more experience as time goes on. Oh, there's my own Chaos Troll. Yep, there we go. Actually, we knocked one of them unconscious, and you know, there's a ransom broker very close by in, I believe it is Is it Askraved? I think Askraved is the town nearby, and I think basically I was just there, really, because I was looking for additional companions and things like that, and I thought, hey, okay, maybe there's gonna be something for us there. 13 renown, pretty good, actually. Bear in mind that I did not give myself any additional renown or honor or reputation or anything like that, so we are going to have to grind that all the way up and, you know, basically do it like that. Anyway, oh, look at that. I really wish I had more prisoner management skill right now, because I would have been able to take 3 Chaos Trolls instead of just the 2, but I can't really do much about that, so I'm gonna just have to head onward, which is really painful right now, in my opinion. Okay, well, never mind. Let's level these guys up into Chaos Dwarf Warriors. We're gonna level those up into... Let's actually just take a quick look at the Chaos Dwarf colonies. I would like them to become... Well, obviously we can't... I don't think we can get Infernos. No, Infernos are going to be a bit too difficult to find, so we could get Annihilators, which do come with a Blunderbuss. The Blunderbuss doesn't seem to have that much accuracy, so I'm not entirely sure about that, but maybe we could... not entirely sure about this either. This is a polearm and a shield. It can crush through blocks. It's blunt, so we could take a lot of prisoners that way, which might make sense, but... for the most part, our other Chaos units are going to be handling the melee, so I think we're probably just going to level them up into crossbows, veteran crossbows. Fireglaves seem pretty fun. Yeah, Fireglaves actually seem much better than the Annihilators. What's going on with that? Okay, well, maybe there's something I don't know about them that is up with that. Anyway, let's see what we can do with our 2 companions here. So, obviously, in Warsword Conquest, Winds of Magic, if you don't know, the very cheap companions, both of these guys that I just recruited were 100 gold each. They are very, very cheap to recruit, and if you don't know, they come with a huge amount of charisma. And that is obviously because of vassals not tending to defect that much, if at all, from their factions, and as a result the developers decided to give a number of companions, the cheaper ones, an easy way to become vassals. And so leveling up charisma and, you know, getting a good amount of leadership and so on and so forth, that's probably the way that they were thinking of things. Anyway, I don't exactly know what I'm going to spec this guy into, because he's already, you know what, he's already speccing into wound treatment. It might make sense for us to just level up his intelligence, give him a whole bunch of surgery, first aid, and wound treatment, and make him our medic. It's a little bit of an irony as well, considering his name, but I guess we'll just do it. Why not? Let's go for that. Surgery, first aid, and what else, actually? What else do we want to give him? I guess we could make him our engineer too? Maybe that would make sense. I kind of want him to get more kills, actually. So, I mean, he already has 2 in Power Strike, which is pretty good, but I'm going to have to outfit him with some better gear eventually. So I might want to get him some Iron Flesh, because we might be finding Joseph. I mean, I'm probably going to make an exception for Joseph, because even though he's a dwarf, we could technically kind of maybe count him as a Chaos Dwarf. Not really, though, I guess. Okay, we'll just go for Iron Flesh for the moment. And actually Weapon Master might be good. Yeah, let's go for Weapon Master instead, because he's going to need that as he progresses, because we would definitely want him to be wielding a shield and a one-handed sword and everything, and that's definitely going to be the way to go. And then we have Zarhaz right here, who did level up once, and because we have the other fellow as our medic, I'm not entirely sure what this guy's going to be, because we already have a good amount of pathfinding from myself. We obviously have our medic skills from the other fellow, so I guess what I could do with this guy is make him into a warrior archetype of some kind. So I guess we'll just do that. Let's give him some Power Strike. He's already got Weapon Master. He does have 1 in spotting and wound treatment as well, so I guess it's all right, I guess. Anyway, let's move onward. Oakserd did level up. Oh, we need to be a bit careful. There. Oh, look at this. What's actually going on here? Oh, we could take advantage of this. Let me just very quickly go in here. Level up our magic and pathfinding to 10. Oh yeah, now we're absolutely fine when it comes to magic and running around and all that stuff. And I don't exactly know what else to do here. I guess tactics. More tactics. And what else are we going to get? Well, I guess we could go for... I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I guess we'll just go for some more strength to improve our HP as much as we can. Maybe that's a good way to go. And obviously being able to hit hard is really, really nice too. Anyway, this demon horde right here is wanting to do battle with these Kislev Inquisitors. And I think what better way to check out the demon horde by participating in a battle. And we're going to go and help them. Oh yes, we're going to go and help them. We're going to go and see what kinds of blood letters... Whoa, they look really cool, actually. They look very different from what they looked like before. I think I'm actually going to change my robe. I think my robe is the main reason why I can't see anything. Look at this. Yeah, it's because of the collar. It's because of the collar around my robe. That's the main issue there. Anyway, let's tell people to stand closer a little bit here because we're going to be attacked pretty soon by a whole bunch of enemies, and I would like to be able to use... Firestorm, maybe? I don't really want to use Firestorm. I'm going to kill everyone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what my next Winds of Magic roll is going to be, and then I'll... Oh, it's 1. That's not going to work. No, thanks. Okay, probably not going to do that, but I will be throwing it as soon as we get a better roll. 2. Really? The game is trolling me. The game is trolling me. Seriously. First the Chaos Trolls, and now an actual troll is coming up here. Oh well, never mind. Okay, you know what? I guess I'll just do it. There we go. There we go. Wow, we leveled to 10 from that. That was pretty crazy. Your attempt to cast it fails? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Are you serious? It didn't fail. Oh, that failed. That certainly failed. Okay, well, we can tell everyone to charge in right now because everyone seems to be doing a pretty fine job, and yes, I do apologize for the collar on my robe. It's not my fault really, but I chose it and I did not check the I did not check the first person perspective. That is obviously making a pretty big difference to how much we're actually able to see and everything. So yeah, that's not particularly good. But anyway, I do have my pink fire back in just a second, and then I get a Winds of Magic 1 roll. Isn't that always the way? Yes, and then a 2. Okay, I guess I'll just boost it with willpower and see what that does. Yep, there we go. A little bit of extra damage right there. Bear in mind that these abilities have an insane cooldown, so even though they are very, very powerful, they are really not going to be used that much. I mean, I have Firestorm available in another minute, Pink Fire available in about 80 seconds, and obviously Blue Fire is basically the only one that I have, which is a minor magic missile, which is basically just like a gun. It's basically like a gun, so it's just going to be firing in a straight line and afflicting one enemy unit, if I'm able to hit it, that is. And so, yeah, but the main reason why I chose Tzeentch is because of those other 2 abilities. They are just amazing. There's actually even more powerful spells that were a little bit too expensive for me, and I decided, hey, they're probably a bit too powerful for my level. And even though I do have a good amount of magic skill, I just didn't want to be completely overpowered, you know, from the very start. I would have much preferred to just, have that a little bit later on. Maybe when we get to about level 20 or something like that, we might decide to go for that. Anyway, there we go. Thank you for your help, sir. It was fortunate to have you nearby, says the blood letter. Yes, there we go. Alright, so that's pretty good. We're able to rescue a couple of people. I actually have 78 spaces in my army, which is pretty amazing. Quite nice to see that. I'll just take the loot, even though it's not really going to give us that much. Alright, so we do have some more Chaos Trolls right there, but I don't really want to fight those guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to Askraved and see if there's a ransom broker. Alright, so I managed to find a ransom broker, but not in Askraved. I actually had to go all the way over to Mount Veneer to be able to do that, and we're going to be selling our prisoners for 1,600 gold. That is really nice. Now, bear in mind, our companions are going to get a bit annoyed about this. I think I should probably sell them singularly. If I sell them in singles, then I think they're probably going to, they're not going to complain as much. It's a bit weird why the companions do that. I don't exactly know why, but whatever the case, I think this is a pretty good place to end, and next time around I am going to probably try to head down to Well, I think the Empire is currently at war against us, kind of. They're kind of suspicious of us, so they probably won't allow us to enter into their towns. But it might be a nice idea to head down to Skaven and Beastmen territory and try and see if we can do a little bit of salt trading and see if there are any patrols around there from maybe Britannia, maybe someone else, and maybe we'll become a mercenary for the Realm of Chaos too. And I'm going to replace this robe as well. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.